So this is an example of ungrouped data, and this is a series of values that were not grouped, were just listed. And this is an example of ungrouped data. Why? Because these values were not grouped, and we're asked to determine the mean, mode, and median of this ungrouped data. So the first thing to do is to get the formula for calculating the mean of this set of data. Now we all know that the normal way is to add up all the data together, then divide it by the number of data that is in our question, which we all know. But in some question, they can give you an ungrouped data like this and ask you to prepare a frequency distribution table. In solving this, we have summation fx all over f. Now this is the frequency, which is the number that is in our question. Summation fx deals with when you add up all these numbers together as our summation fx. So we have summation, our mean, summation fx divided by summation f. Now summation f is like the number of frequency. Frequency deals with each of these numbers. But in our table, you'll be able to understand what summation f is all about. But let's dive in without using the table. So our mean will now be equals to summation fx. You have to add up all the numbers together, which is going to be 12 in addition to 7, in addition to 2, in addition to 6, in addition to 13. You add all of them up. You divide this by the number that it is in our question. So if you count the number bit by bit, you find out that we have 16 numbers. So you divide this by 16. So when you divide this by 16, you have a result of. So first you have to add up all the numbers together to get the total number that is there before you divide by 16. So you have a total number of 121. Then you divide this by 16. You're going to have a result of 7.5625. If you approximate it, you can have something like 7.56 as your mean. Now the next thing to do now is to get your mode. Now to get your mode, if you study the values in our question, try to get the number that has the highest frequency. And what does highest frequency mean? Highest frequency means the numbers that appear most in our question, that is more than any other number. It's that same number, but it was appearing all the time, more than other numbers. So when you check through the question, you find out that the number that was appearing all the time, that appeared more, was 6. So your frequency, your mode is 6. So the next thing is your median. So your median is going to be, first you have to arrange this number in ascending order or in descending order. Now what this means is that if you arrange this number in ascending order, you have to start from the smallest number down to the highest number, or the smallest value down to the highest value, or you start from the highest value down to the lowest value. That's how you get your median. So when you have arranged this number in ascending or descending order, you locate the middle number by the moment you have arranged, after you have arranged the number in ascending and descending order. Then if you get the middle number, if it's a single number, that's a median. But if it's two numbers that are in the middle, that is when you have an even median. So that even median, now you add up the two numbers that is in the middle and divide by 2. That's how you get your median. So let's start by arranging this number in ascending order. So we have arranged the number in ascending order. Then you begin to locate the middle number. Now, if you count from the beginning down to the end, it's 16 number. So you have to count first 8 number and the other first 8 number. So when you count the first 8 number, you touch down at 6. If you count the other first 8 number, the last number there is at 7. So we have two numbers that is at the middle, which is 6 and 7. So what you're going to do is you add up these two numbers, 6 plus 7, and you divide it by 2. So when you add up these two numbers, you have 13 divided by 2. So 13 divided by 2 will give you a result of 6.5. So 6.5 is your median. Now, since they didn't ask us to look for the range, let's look for the range. So the range is the highest number subtracted from the lowest number. So what's the highest number in our question? The highest number in our question is 17, and the lowest number in our question is 2, which is 17 subtracted from 2 will give us a result of 15. So that is the range. So in our next video, we'll lay more emphasis on calculating the central tendency of group data. We have just concluded the central tendency of ungrouped data. So in our next video, we'll pay attention more we'll lay more emphasis on ungrouped data. So thank you for joining. Have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share to your classmates or colleagues that are finding it hard to understand what statistics is all about and how to calculate for central tendency. Thank you, and see you in the next video.